Hey everybody, Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. As always, a very warm welcome to the video today. Well, it's the start of the season. It's Masters week here. Thursday, what's today? Wednesday, and Thursday the start of the Masters. I always see the start of the Masters as the start of the season. This year I am playing a little bit more golf. I traditionally, unfortunately, play very little golf. That's just because of my job, really. Bizarrely, as a golf pro teacher, I play less golf probably than any of you guys and girls out there. It's just time. I work 6 days a week, and on my day off, I kind of need something different to golf. So, but this year, I've got plans to go and play, not competitively, just for fun. And I thought I need some new wedges if I'm going to play some more golf. I'm going to be playing a lot of golf down in Cornwall at a golf course called Trevose. If any of you know down there, we go and spend a bit of time down in Cornwall these days, which is lovely. And my other target course this year down there is another course called St Enedoc, which I'm hopefully going to play. But I need some new wedges because my other ones are basically worn out. So the wedge of choice I've gone for this year is the new Mizuno S23 wedge. Absolutely beautiful looking wedges these are. I'm going to take you next door. We're going to talk a little bit about the tech and the spec, and then we're going to hit some. And boy, oh boy, do these spin. Come on, let's go next door. Okay, welcome again, everybody. We made it next door into the hitting area. Not that it was a particularly long journey from there to there. Sounded a bit dramatic. So yeah, the Mizuno S23 wedge is my wedge of choice this year. How do I decide which wedges I'm going to use? For me, it's purely looks to start with. I'll give you some overheads of this club. I've got it in this black cobalt finish, I think they call it. I'll double check what the name of it is in a minute. I've gone for two. I've gone for a 52 degree and I've gone for a 58 degree. That's always been my wedge of choice. I only like to carry three wedges. My pitching wedge loft is 46. So a 6 degree gap to my 52, then another 6 degree gap to my 58, three wedge system. I know a lot of guys and girls are carrying four wedges, sometimes five wedges these days, but three's enough for me. I like to keep it pretty simple. Bounces on these, I've gone 8 degree bounce on both of them. Again, I don't like, it's kind of like a mid bounce. I suppose 58 is slightly low. You sometimes get 10 or 12 as standard, but 8's the one for me. For those of you who don't know what bounce is, there's loads of videos out there. I'm not going to bore you with it. It's basically the way the bottom of the club interacts with the turf in a nutshell. Let's tell you a little bit about them. So the S23 is engineered for spin, one-piece grain flow forged with a central sweet spot. Let's just have a little scroll down. We're not going to bore you to death with too much tech on this. What can I tell you? Shorter hosel, heel-orientated cavity allows greater mass pushed towards the toe and central sweet spot located heel side. Two durable finishes, white satin, copper cobalt. Incredible. I mean, there's all sorts of grind options. As I always say in these videos, if you're really into knowing a lot about the clubs, then just jump on the website. I'm sure you don't want to listen to me blabbering on about all the detail. So get out there and have a little look yourself, but just check out all the different lofts that they offer in this. This is pretty mind-blowing. All the features here, tour ready design, low specific profiles, wet weather performance. Look at this. So these are all the different lofts in the different grinds. So in the S grind, you can get everything from 44, what grind have I got here? I've got a C grind on this one. But from 44 all the way to 58 with all the different bounces. D grind, descriptions are there on what it all does on the website. I've got the C grind here and a 58 8 degree bounce. Just so many different choices, it's mind-blowing. Fitted with the good old dynamic gold wedge flex shaft, which plays pretty stiff and pretty heavy. And they've put on here as standard an MCC +4 multi-compound grip. So let's get in and hit some. Right, time to put my new S23 wedge through its paces. Said next door, 58 degree, 8 degree bounce. Going to start off with a pretty short shot, 45 yards to the flag, slightly downhill. One of the cool features of the launch monitor on Foresight is you can set the conditions. You can change temperature, altitude, green speed, everything, wind direction, you name it. So I've got the green set to soft here. I've got Pro V1s down on the deck. So I've got 45 yards to the flag. So I'm going to have to try and feel my way in to a little bit of yardage here. So let's go and get a couple of sighters in. So I've gone for a little knockdown sort of wedge here. Now the greens are quite soft and there's a big ridge which runs across this green right here. Okay, so I need to try and land this almost beyond the flag and a little bit to the right, but you could see there on that little shot, only got a ball speed there of 45 miles an hour, but I'm still generating a backspin of 5,600 revs. That's a lot of backspin from such little club speed, ball speed. Let's try and throw this in a little bit higher. Caught that fat. Super fat. I'd be surprised there's much spin on that one. Done quite well actually. 4,200 revs of spin from a big fat strike. It's finished 20 feet away. Not very impressive. Let's see if we can get a strike on this one. Better. This could be good. Hit the brakes. Lovely. Avoided that ridge. Knocked it to 9 foot 7 inches. But look at the amount of spin on this. 6,362 revs of spin on a little half shot. That's a lot of spin to generate, isn't it? So if you're looking to really control the ball on landing, what we'll do on the next simulation is we'll firm the greens up. We'll kind of make them really hard and see how it copes with that. And we'll move back a little bit. So let's do that. Bear with me while I just change the sim around for you. Okay, I'll talk you through this one while I'm setting it up. I've backed this up to 79 yards. We're going to go in and make the greens like really firm. And we'll see how we can control the spin. So 79 yards is about as far, 80 yards about as far as I'd want to hit my 58. These are going to launch quite high in the net and they might just rattle around in the top, so don't panic too much if that happens. Here we go. Oops. That was what we call, I'm leaving it in for you. That was like the biggest thin you've ever seen, wasn't it? Should edit that one out. I'll leave it in there for you. That's a little bit better. Remember, these greens are rock hard. Oh, it's pitched on that little slope again. 8,345 revs of spin. Not bad for carry that. 75 yards. Got to aim this a little bit right. That ridge kicks it away. That might get a little kick down the slope now. Here we go. Come on. 7,750 revs of spin. 17 feet away. That's the way to get to this hole, isn't it? Hit it out to the right and let the green bring it back in. These just feel so good off the club face. Incredibly soft. That's a pretty good strike. That ridge might again just kick it away. Ooh. Greens are like concrete, by the way. Ball's bouncing around. But again, 7,345 revs of spin. These are brilliant wedges, folks. Have some little look at the overheads. They look fantastic. They feel super soft off the club face. And you've seen what sort of spin they generate. They are seriously good. The 52's lovely for playing little chip shots and pitch shots around the green. Personally, I love the Dynamic Gold Wedge Flex. I like the weight of it and the grip complements it beautifully. So I'm just going to stay on the launch monitor, I think, for the rest of the day. Play around with my new grain flow forged S23 wedges from Mizuno. Thanks for watching the video today. Interested to see what wedges you're using this year. Any of you tried these yet? Any of you seen them? If you're in the market for some new wedges, you're not going to go too far wrong. Over here in the UK, prices will vary a little bit on these, depending on where you buy them from. But they are premium. You know, they're at sort of 150, 159 pounds per wedge, which for a good wedge, you know, you're going to pay that for a Vokey or a TaylorMade or a Ping, whatever it might be. So that's sort of your price point. Thanks for watching the video today. I'm Andrew Ainsworth. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you think the video is any good, maybe give it a little thumbs up. All the best. Bye for now.